you freestyle rap at all?
Not yet.
Doesn't it appear to be extremely coincidental that you guys arrest people right outside of Governor Newsom's press conference? Is this really just a show of power?
Come on, microphone. Patriots, the Secret Service. Sam, how's it going? Welcome to Samson's World. Can you hear me? Can you hear me is the question. It's always the question. Do you want to hear me? Do you like to hear me? I like to hear you. Anyway, I'm digressulating. Welcome to Samson's World, where court, comedy, culture, and your world collide. It's a beautiful, beautiful sunny day here in Los Angeles. It is a thirsty Thursday. Let me see here. We are connected. I wanted to do something. Kristi Noem has been fired. Yeah. Here's what's happening. No, that's not it. Yeah. Woo. Yes, they finally fired Kristi Noem because she did such a shitty job. She hurt so many people, so many families. Donald Trump, now I won't say he did the right thing, because what did he do? He put Mark Wayne Mullen in his place, senator from Oklahoma, who's a jackass. I mean, a literal, the embodiment. If jackass was a person, if donkey was a person, it would be Mark Wayne Mullen. He's just dumb. He just, yes, very glitchy. How am I looking now, Wild Lil Red? Are we still glitching, everybody? Or are we doing good? Let me know on the Instagram. Oh, yeah, I could see it kind of glitching there. I think we're under control now. You know, this is hard. We're broadcasting live to Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. We're all over the place. Yesterday was a great show. Shout out to Lethal Maverick, a 17-year-old man who came on the show and, you know, shared his story. Thank you, Wild Lil Red. No more glitches. All right. Thanks, Teresa. Sarah Zick. You know, he was a fine young man who taught me a good lesson yesterday that we're putting politics onto our children too much, and they shouldn't have to worry about it. They shouldn't be fighting about politics amongst their friends. They shouldn't be wearing hats and slogans of presidents. You know, I remember when I was in high school and college, we didn't even know who the president was, or we did, but we didn't care, and we didn't let it separate us. And I feel like now more than ever, even our children, we know the adults are divided, but it's sad when the adults are putting it on their children to be divided even amongst themselves. I just think it's ugly. And I'm working for us to get away from that, away from this red and blue, this left and right, this gang culture mentality, these culture wars within America that we've created. The Iran war, I'm not for. I'm too poor to stop the war, as you know that. What do you guys think? I don't think there's a single American who wants this war. I don't hear it. I don't see it online. I don't talk to anybody who thinks this is good for America. I don't think this is America first. Wild Lil Red, there's a lot of adults that justify cruelty, and that's what the problem is. Turning Point is on high school campuses now. It's sanctioned youth group. Yeah, that's crazy to me. Because Turning Point USA, I personally, I don't think there's anything good about it. I think it's terrible what happened to Charlie Kirk. I think Charlie Kirk was allegedly maybe killed by, I don't know, Israel forces potentially. I think he was starting to speak up. I think he had denied the $150 million allegedly. And I think they knew they couldn't control his voice, so they decided to martyr him. And now, and let's not act like Charlie Kirk was just not some, you know, prince himself. I didn't agree with a lot of the things he said. I agreed with some of the things he said. I thought he was a very smart man, a good speaker. I think he could have put I think he could have put some of his efforts into more positive ways to forward society. But I don't, I saw him on the Department of Education. The guy didn't go to college. He's a podcaster and he's up there with like Martin Luther King and other greats. And I don't agree with it, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, Kristi Noem was fired today. God, that just made me happy. Just because she's so awful. And I don't think she's really been fired. I think they said they just moved her into a different department, kind of like they did what's his name? Greg Bovino, the ex-border control border czar or whatever his name is, head of border patrol. The youth groups I was part of, evangelical, had pastors, group leaders that SA'd girls, and it felt like there were no safe spaces. Yeah, I mean, that's a problem with a lot of these religions, and I'll say all religions. There's a lot of pedophilia. There's a lot of sexual assault within, under the guise of God. I just saw this senator, I think it was, let me see if I have that video. I think I took it where he was saying he cheated on his wife, but he apologized to God and God forgave him. I was like, really? How did you know that? How did you talk to God? And he's like, I'll forgive you. That's such bullshit. God didn't forgive you. What a clown. Here's something too in other news. Spencer Pratt is running for mayor of Los Angeles with Karen Bass is awful, but Spencer Pratt is certainly not the solution. So Stephanie Pratt, Spencer Pratt's sister, just started tweeting yesterday, and she is literally lighting him up. Real quick, Wild Low Red, and then the adults would justify cruelty in the space that we're supposed to be safe for kids. Yeah, I saw that video of that pastor is like, I did have sex with that 16-year-old, but I repent. And it was like, yep, sure, boy. God does not forgive that. And then also there was a school or ex-mayor, Misty Roberts, I just saw in Louisiana, who just got arrested for 2 felonies because she was at a pool party with her son, brought one of his 16-year-old friends up to the bedroom, banged on him, and then the son kind of caught them, and she told the son, beat him up, he attacked me kind of thing. Comes out that that's not what happened. So she's going to jail. It's pretty disgusting. Anyway, I'm digressulating. I think Spencer, I don't know if he's a resident of LA. I think he's Pacific Palisades. Is that Los Angeles? I think. I'm not sure. I'm dumb. Anyway, so listen to what Stephanie Pratt, Spencer Pratt's sister, is blowing up online and letting people know why not to vote for Spencer Pratt for mayor. Here's one of the tweets I'm going to read. Almost forgot how it all started. He's the one who got me hooked on hardcore drugs at 15. I've kept this all secret for years. He also had a hidden drug addiction. Now, do you get he shouldn't be running LA? Thank you. Amen. I'm going to give you a history of Spencer. Did anyone know after the cult, they went to Costa Rica and were arrested for illegal firearms? He called my dad from jail after not speaking to our family for 8 years because of his cult to bail him out. Leopards never change their spots. Stay in the Palisades, Spencer. Everyone's saying I should support him no matter what. Sorry, he beat me up when I was 18 and put me in the hospital. Wow. So no, he doesn't belong in the government. Run the Palisades all you want, not LA. I'm worried about LA. I have no problem with Spencer playing government, but our city needs help. Ass Bass sucks. That's true. At least hire someone with work experience who wasn't in a cult. I would love him to be mayor of the Palisades, but not LA with 4 million people. I'd be impressed if a Republican could turn LA Democrats, though. In an ideal world, the Palisades would have their own mayor and police department. And again, this is Stephanie Pratt tweeting about her brother, Spencer Pratt. He's just trying to stay famous and sell his memoir, Don't Be Fooled. Spencer has done great work for the Palisades, but LA does not need another unqualified and inexperienced mayor. A vote for him is a vote for stupidity. Wow. And then also, this is in another note, You saw Kristi Noem yesterday. She was getting grilled about her production company that it basically sounds like a shell company that got like $220 million to make all these bullshit commercials. It's called Safe America Media LLC at 904 Danton Lane, Alexandria, Virginia, 22308, United States. Congressional District VA-8. So they were the awarded agency, and it sounds like there's some fraud in there. I mean, and I think we'll find that out. Now, here's something I want to do. You know, with the Middle East conflict going on, people are stuck over in the Middle East, and they say if you call this number, they'll get you out. So let's call the number and just find out if you can actually get through.
Welcome to the Department of State's Bureau of Consular Affairs,
Okay.
Office of Overseas Citizen Services, serving U.S. citizens abroad. If you are calling about the crisis in the Middle East, please press 1.
Yep.
If not, press 2.
Metallica or Pantera?
The Middle East Task Force.
Metallica.
Please hold for the next available representative.
But Pantera is probably
Your call is important and may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance purposes.
Yeah, she was demoted. I wish she was fired. Who is this clown? My name is Samson. Thank you, Kathy Morgan. I'm actually not a clown. I'm a comedian. Hey, Stan Durko.
Thank you for calling the U.S. Department of State. This is our...
Oh, yeah. I am stuck.
How may I help you today?
Oh, thank God. I am stuck in Tel Aviv, and I'm trying to figure out how the heck I get out of here. There's bombs everywhere. Bombs over Baghdad. Don't mean a thing.
Okay. Have you filled out a crisis intake form?
No, I have not. Do I do that online?
I can help you do that now if you would like.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. In the meantime, while I'm pulling up those forms, I wanted to ask you, are you already enrolled in the state.com program?
No, I am not at all. I kind of did a comedy show over here, got stuck in Tel Aviv, and I want to get out. Do you think I'll be able to get out very soon, or what are you thinking? Are you guys getting a lot of calls from everybody? Is there hope that I can, get on a flight out? I don't know Donald Trump. I saw an influencer I know, he got out, but he was on a private jet and he knows Trump.
Okay. I can assist you with the crisis intake form, and that will help you get a step closer to getting some assistance. We are helping people travel and get back into the state. I will also tell you that you should enroll in the STEP program. The STEP program is something that's going to send different alerts to your phone, letting you know when the airlines are open back up, when flights have started back up, and what other things are going on in the area. Okay.
Right, because there's no flights.
For now, I'm going to go ahead and get you started.
Right, because flights have not opened up. Do you have any idea when they might open up, or is there? Have you guys gotten any word?
I do not have access to that information. No, not right now.
Got it. Wow, that's crazy. So they don't.
Okay.
They're not giving you guys any information either.
So there are different teams. I'm just the intake team. I just take the information and I submit it in. And then there will be another team that will reach out to you with some assistance and getting you back into the States. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, Teresa. Teresa Zick, don't tie her time up, dog. I followed your orders. I was surprised to actually get through to them, because I've heard people can't even get a hold of anybody. But at least I guess somebody can get through. But could you imagine if you're stuck over there in America? And I see Americans in Dubai, they're bombing the airports and everything. Yeah, I won't tie her up. I'll let her talk to somebody who really needs the help. But it's still, it's just scary to think that you could be stuck over there with no help out at all. I would be terrified. Anyway, I'm digressulating. Let's hear what Lindsey Graham thinks about the war. The guy who has no kids and who's in the closet and won't come out. Come on out, Lindsey. Come on out.
This war. Who wins it at the end of the day? The radical Islamic terrorists who want to kill all the Jews because God told them to? Who want to kill me because I'm an infidel?
You are an infidel. Um, what is he even talking about? Like, don't we have plenty of radical religious? Have you seen evangelicals here in America? You don't think they're crazy?
You want to purify Islam, to reject moderation and make everybody a jihadist? This is a big deal. I'll deal with Section 230. So what we're facing right now is a moment of decision that will set the course of the future of the Mideast for 1,000 years. This is a religious war.
He is a total imbecile. What are you talking about? Send your kids. Oh, wait, you don't have kids. I forgot. Isn't it funny that a guy who doesn't have kids is telling you to send your kids into war? That's ironic. Here's a little bit from Kristi Noem yesterday. They sent Noem home.
Or any federal official is sleeping with their subordinate. That should be the easiest. You should be.
This is funny because they straight up asked her if she's having an affair, and I think her husband was there also. And the alleged thing is that she's having an affair with Corey Lewandowski, who what's funny is because one of the senators confronts her and says, you know, basically they were on a flight from Washington, D.C., her and Corey Lewandowski, and she forgot her blankie on another airplane, another government plane. And she was like so entitled, yelling at the pilot, like, how dare you forget my blankie? And nobody transferred my blankie. And Corey Lewandowski is trying to be like the man. And he's like, yeah, bitch. He's like, let me handle this. And goes up to the pilot and fires the pilot, who's like a highly decorated Coast Guard pilot. And these people are so dumb. They're mid-flight, by the way. They fire the guy mid-flight. And it's like, do you want me to stop flying? Like, where am I supposed to go? Land the plane. So he lands the plane. And then they want to take off again, but they realize they can't get anybody else. So they hire him back. It's so funny. Paul Dans is going to replace Miss Lindsay. Dans is horrific. Check his wiki. I will, Teresa. And I can't believe they're just going to replace Kristi Noem with Mark Wayne Mullen, who he's awful. I think he's actually worse, potentially.
If you or any federal official is sleeping with their subordinate, that should be the easiest. You should be wanting to answer that question. Because it is not about your sex life. That you have brought it is about your judgment.
All she has to say is, no, I did not sleep with my subordinate.
Exactly.
But she doesn't, because she doesn't want to perjure herself, because she needs that pardon.
Yep. She's so right. That was Fizza Dasani, a hilarious comedian. It's true. It is so true. She doesn't want to perjure herself because she knows she's hitting the Mile High Club up in that fancy jet that we all pay for. Man, it's so crazy. I mean, this is the party of waste and fraud that they were trying to get rid of it all. And all they do is commit waste and fraud. Corey had an affair with Hope Hicks. Who's that, Teresa? I don't even know who that is. Interesting. Yeah, and allegedly he's smashing down on Kristi Noem. Kristi, go on home, Noem. I don't know. What do you think about that? It is hot up here in my attic. You can see I'm up here in my studio, sweating my butt off, baby, in my jacket. Oh, man, it is just another day. It's kind of sad. You know, it's a sad world sometimes. It's hard to come to grips with you know, just day to day, what they're doing, all the lies. I'm just tired of all the gaslighting and lies. How about you guys? I'm super, super tired. I want to just, I mean, I'm not saying that politicians were ever honest. But I'm so tired of the blatant lying. I mean, Speaker Mike Johnson. So, hey, I'm so tired of his smug little smile. And he's like, well, you know, I'm a constitutional lawyer and expert. Like, there's not a guy who shits more on our Constitution than Speaker Mike Johnson. Well, there's probably a few. Kristi Garden Noem. Yep, you got it, Standurko. Whoopsie. Noem fired for fraud, calling executed citizens terrorists and just being terrible at everything. Any apologies? No, I mean, they had no apologies. Kristi Noem did not apologize, even though the families were literally right behind her. I've never seen anybody more robotic in my life and more soulless. Like, you don't get any emotion out of that woman whatsoever. Yeah, the government is unreal. It's just lies, lies upon more lies. And all governments lie. I mean, it's nothing new, but it's to a new level, right? Trump eats children. Excuse me. Where's the proof? That's pretty crazy. But nothing surprises me anymore. Honestly, if you told me that they ate children, nothing would surprise me at all. 2020 knocked us into a different dimension and things have gone to hell. Yeah, Silky Sweet, you're right about that. No political job should pay more than minimum wage. Let's see how dedicated they are. Yeah, it's exactly right, Standerko. It's like, give them the teacher's salary and give our teachers the politician's salary. Yeah, she shoots dogs. She's the worst kind of human. Yeah, she shot a puppy, right? That's the thing about Kristi Noem. She shot a puppy, man. And like, because the puppy was out of control, like, give it away. I mean, when people have a bad dog, they give it away and just go put it on a farm to run it around. But you don't, who shoots their dog? I didn't even know it was legal to shoot your dog. And then she shot a goat. She's like, fuck it, I'm trigger happy today. Might as well shoot the goat too. Who shoots a goat, man? It's terrible. I mean, she's just but you can tell how she did it because she has no soul. There's just nothing there, and she lies. She just talks over people. God, and Mark Wayne Mullen is just as dumb from Oklahoma. God. I mean, you saw Tim Sheehy, Senator Tim Sheehy broke the arm of a Marine veteran yesterday. I'm pissed off about that. Yeah, I don't know why, Silky Sweet, why she's not in jail for killing the dog and the goat. She killed the dog and a goat. I mean, I feel like if you shoot your dog, I don't know. I don't think that's legal. The liberal, pure trash, dork liberal. Okay, Jeremy. Pinhead. Thank you. I do have a bit of a pinhead, actually. That's why thank God I'm not bald. I would have a weird shaped head, and I appreciate you guys in the comments for calling that out. Hey guys, again, this is Samson's World, where court, comedy, culture, and your universe collide. I went and got some excellent lunch today. I am the food and lifestyle critic for LA Magazine. Just a dream job. I ate sushi at Hama Sushi today. It was so good. I'm so lucky. I really am blessed. It's a dream job to be able to like go eat, do a review, and eat some more. I mean, what more would you want out of life? Get paid well to eat. I get paid well to eat food. How crazy is that, right? Again, if you just copy and paste or want to come on the show and talk to me, I have put the link right there in the comments. Please come on and talk to me. I had a nice 17-year-old man come on and had a really nice conversation with me yesterday. He gave me faith in our youth, because I think our youth, you know, kids always, they see so much more than we think they do. You know, we discredit kids like, you don't know what you're talking about, kid. You haven't lived long enough. But sometimes life isn't always about experience. I think it's more about maturity, because you can live a long life and have a lot of experiences, but never actually mature. You know, haven't you seen some people who are like take Tupac, for example. Tupac died at 25. You know, Biggie, I think, died at like 24. And I remember when I was young being like, God, they look like grown-ass men. But now that I'm older, I'm like 25 is a baby. You know, and Tupac had got so much done by the time he was 25 because he was very emotionally mature for his age. So I think sometimes maturity is a lot greater of a skill than actually experience sometimes. Because sometimes people, you know, it's like the old fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, and I'm an idiot, you know. Yes, Dan Derko, Trump is a child. It's so true. A lot of these people are children. You know, a lot of these politicians, anytime I see them throwing blame at somebody else, Mike Johnson, just children, you know. Like I was telling the young man yesterday, there's adults that look like adults, but they're actually just still children. They never matured, you know. Not legal what she did, and how would, and put someone else that did that in jail right away, but she must be shagging someone. Yeah, she's shagging somebody in charge for sure. Again, guys, come on the show if you'd like to talk. Win with Jimmy. Come on the show, baby. Why are you a dumb liberal? Ask me to my face so we can have a conversation about why I'm a dumb liberal. I don't call myself a liberal. I don't really like labels. Come on the show, Stan Durko. I've never met you. Come on and say hi if you'd like. Fetterman, yeah, I cannot stand Fetterman. I don't know why that guy bugs me more than anybody, doesn't he? Fetterman, and why is he always wearing a freaking hoodie? Why does that guy always look like he's leaving the gym, but his body does not look like he's ever worked out a day in his life? That's what I do not understand about that guy. He is always in a hoodie. Like, I feel like you can smell his taint when you're interviewing him, like the gooch. He's just so nasty. I feel like he has that BBL smell, if you know what I mean. Ugh. I think I just threw up a little bit in my mouth. Yeah, Fetterman, and he was a Democrat. He was the only Democrat that crossed the aisle to vote in favor of this war when nobody wants this war. Yeah, he dresses like a teenager, exactly. Does anybody want this war? Have you guys talked to anybody who wants this war? I haven't come across anybody. Wild Little Red, I'm only liberal on Hinge because there's no Satan worshippers available, LOL. Yeah, I always say I'm always liberal when I want to bust a nut, but I'm conservative when I want to save some money. I think we're all a little bit of both, but I don't think it's fair to just label people one way or the other. I think in our everyday lives, there's things we're conservative about. You know what I mean? I'm conservative with my parenting about not just letting my kids do anything. I say no to my kids all the time. I think no is the best word you can say to your child. Because parents who I see, okay, sure, yes, okay, honey, yes. Then it becomes harder and harder to tell them no. And it creates, spare the rod, spoil the child, that old saying. It makes a spoiled little shit when you never say no. And it makes your child appreciate more when you don't always say yes to them about everything. So I think it's good to say no. Wild Little Red says, otherwise I identify as a communist leftist. That's funny. I wouldn't consider myself conservative, more like I just have boundaries. I talked to a Christian who is also a veteran. He thinks this is the part. Yeah. I don't even talk to a lot of veterans or not for this war at all. Everybody is pretty much convinced that Bibi Netanyahu is making all the shots, he's a shot caller. He's the real president of the USA. And all these different politicians that support it, they're all on AIPAC. I think AIPAC should have to register as a foreign lobby, and I don't think they should be able to take money. I just think if politicians didn't take money, you can raise money for your campaign maybe, but it can't be from these super PACs. It has to be real grassroots, mom and pop, I'm sending in my dollars because I like this candidate. And I think that should be really scrutinized over. I don't think any corporations or any, people like multi-million billionaires should be able to just, support a candidate like they want to. I think if you took the money out of politics, that's when you would see a change. Because they're all greedy people, Democrats, Republicans. They are the greediest people on the planet. You saw in the video yesterday, when they broke the Marine's arm, nobody even turned around. It was so cold. Nobody even turned around. I can show you guys that video again. It'll ignite a fire in you because I know it ignited one in me. It made me so angry. Let's see.
Israel is the reason for this war. America does not want to fight this war for Israel.
Wait, why'd they kick him out right away? Why can't they say, sir, okay, thank you.
America does not want to send its sons and daughters to war for Israel. Your inability to name that shows you that.
What I don't understand, why can't they let him say what he wants to say? Okay, and then, all right, if you can't say what you want to say, but now you have to leave. Why do they have to tackle him? I just don't get it.
As leaders, this is wrong. Stop.
And then
And
Tim
nobody wants to
Squeaky,
be-
the senator,
For Israel.
you'll see joins in on it and breaks the guy's hand.
A reminder to all our Commandant, please stand up as a Marine and stand up for America.
Yes, I think it's okay for a Marine, somebody who served our country, to speak up at a meeting. Why did they have to react like this? All they had to do was say, okay, you've said your piece. Now it's time to leave. I get it. There's rules, but it didn't have to go this far. And Full Metal Chad, why don't you come on the show and express your opinions? This is a Marine. This is somebody, I don't think he's a traitor Marine. That's an oxymoron. Have you ever served our country to be able to call a Marine a traitor? Why is he a traitor, Bill Button? What is he saying that's a lie? There's a film of him waving and saluting the Iranian flag. He's a traitor. He's a terrorist. Well, why don't you guys come on the show and express your opinion? Everybody's welcome here. I totally disagree with you. I think he has every right. He defended our country. I think he had the right to say what he wanted to say.
No one wants to fight for Israel.
I mean, who wants this war? Now, look, I think it's important to note the Iranian regime, everybody knows it's shitty. They kill homosexuals. They have no respect for women. I get that. I think it's disgusting. But look, I mean, I think there's a lot of disgusting people, but I'm not going to just walk up and fight them and then get my family into a fight. You know the old saying, pick your battles? I just don't get, what does America get out of this war? Can anybody tell me that? You know? I don't know. What do you guys think? Somebody come on the show. Wild Little Red, you can come on the show on Instagram. I'm just saying, come share your opinion. There's the link to the show. Bill Button, I'm disagreeing with you as well. I'm telling you that he is a traitor, and there is ample evidence you haven't done your research. Well, come on the show and tell me your research. Why is he a traitor? And do you agree with this war? I just don't think we need to be at war. You know? I just don't think we need to be at war. Americans are hurting enough. Gas is going up. Energy is enough. You know, I agree. Yeah, Democrats are weak as well, guys. I don't think he's a traitor at all. Okay, thank you, Full Metal Chad. They're the world's sponsor of terror. I agree with that. But I mean, we just bombed a school with 150 girls in it. So it's like, who are we to call other people terrorists, you know? Who are we to call other people terrorists? You know how much America, what we've done? You know, I just think I agree. And I think there's a lot of Iranians here in America that love that Trump is doing it and freeing Iranians. Look, we all support that. We all agree that the Iranian regime, I mean, there's a lot of terrorists there. We get that. But why are we in this war? What do we get out of it? Are we getting more money? Are we getting those Doge checks? Is it providing more jobs for Americans? Is our economy going up? Is inflation going up? I just don't personally understand what is the benefit of losing American military servicemen and women. Why? Why are they dying for this? That's my question. Do you guys know? I just don't get it. This guy just hates President Trump. Yeah, I don't like President Trump at all. But that's okay. I don't have to like every president. You know? And I sure as hell don't ever idolize any president. Like, I loved Obama, but I've said it many times on this show, I'd never buy an Obama shirt. I would never put an Obama flag on my motorcycle or boat or pickup truck or buy any merch. I loved Obama, never bought one piece of merch. Don't care if he sold the coolest clothing line ever. I don't wear any presidents. It just doesn't make any sense to me. What can't be confirmed or denied? I mean, does anybody want this war? Do you guys want this war? How about an Obama Bible? Yeah, no, I wouldn't buy that. I wouldn't buy anything from any sitting. I think it should be banned. I think American presidents should not, they don't need merch. The nuclear weapons development, they said we obliterated their nuclear weapon development in July. How did they already get it together? And it's like Israel has nuclear weapons. Why are we not asking that? Why? No country. I mean, North Korea has nuclear weapons. Why aren't we, I just don't understand. Nobody wants this war. Wild Red said, I bought Obama's book for research and paper for school. And look, I'm not knocking it. Of course. And I'd buy a Malcolm X book, of course. I'm not saying I wouldn't read a book by Obama. I'm just specifically saying merch. Like the Make America Great Again hats that you see, the shirts. I don't know. I don't think it's healthy to idolize any American president, period. I never saw people idolizing Reagan, Jimmy Carter, Bill Clinton. Never saw people idolizing George Bush Sr. It's just weird to me. Like, I get it. Your basketball players, your baseball players, you want to wear the jersey. That's more normal to me. Yes, Iran kills their own people. I get that. But still, what do we get from it? That's all I'm saying. If America was doing so great, I don't idolize Bill Clinton. I thought it was cool that he could play the saxophone. I'm just not understanding what do we get? He deleted my account. No, I don't delete anybody's comments, guys. What was your comment? I didn't even see it. Do it. How do you pronounce that? I don't delete comments on here. Hey, real Cheryl, there you are. How you doing? It's about time that she got fired. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Yeah, if there is a God, which there is, we got rid of Kristi Noem. All while doing the devil's work. I didn't even know Trump released a Bible. That is quite the joke, because he's not a godly man. I mean, it's very obvious. He's been married, divorced. He's been accused of raping. I mean, he's not a godly man. That's just what it is. I don't see your other comment here. Who said I erased your comment? I don't delete any comments. I might not show them all on my show, but I don't delete comments. I believe in free speech, even if it's not nice. It's not very nice. Do not kill, stop war. Yeah, I mean, what happened? I mean, President Trump said he campaigned on no new wars. That's all I'm saying. Nobody wants this. I don't want it. Democrats like this guy are always pushing false narratives, going from subject to subject, and basically it's a form of mental illness. Yeah, Trump devotion syndrome. I know a lot of people have that. What is the narrative I'm pushing? Oh, yeah, guys, here's my narrative. I don't want war. Oh, what a terrible person I am. Yeah, I must be just awful. I'm Satan. I don't want wars. Sadly, truth is Trump is killing America as only he thinks of himself and wants, and not truth and freedom for the citizens. That's true. Another channel is telling that Israel and the U.S. is doing right. You are liars. Another channel, well, I don't know. Do you guys really think? What are we getting out of it? That's all I'm asking. What are we getting out of this war? Can somebody tell me? Yeah, say no to war. War, huh? Good God. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. You deleted it or it disappeared. Well, post your comment again and I'll put it up if it's not too offensive for YouTube. Hey, Chucks, what's going on? Hold on. What's going on? Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Could I go over to Liam's house?
Yeah.
rehearse the thing?
Yeah, that's fine. And I'll just have to pick you up later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, love you. Bye. Yeah. I mean, look, I got kids. You don't think I'm scared to have my sons get drafted potentially? I don't want that. Who wants it? Yeah, I know. Freedom for Iranian people. That's what you put up? Yeah, what do you think? I have a problem with that? I was at the Iranian protest here in LA. I covered that. There was a lot of great people there. Of course, I think Iranian people should be free. But if you think that that's what our administration really wants, they want the oil. And I'm just saying, Iranians should be free. But what is America getting out of this war? Both those things can coexist. I can ask both those questions, can I? Can't I? I want freedom for all Iranians from the tyranny that they're under. You know? And did you see something sick that they're, of course, putting these ICE detention camps that house 10,000 people. They're called like tent cities. And I saw a report where they're also buying incinerators. Think about that. What is that shit? Why do they need incinerators? To burn the evidence is what I'm thinking. Guys, I got to go pretty soon, but come on the show if you want to chat. Again, I'm going to post it in the comments. All you got to do is you just come on the show if you want and talk. I love to talk to people who have a difference of opinion. We want it. Okay? We get the oil, they get their freedom. I mean, do we get the oil? I don't know. The price of oil has gone up. Gas is up right now. I don't know. The Strait of Hormuz, they are blocking right now. So I don't know. We want the oil. That's what we want. But do we get it? So guys, please, if anybody wants, come on the show. Talk to me if you'd like. He just doesn't read the comments. No, I'm actually reading every comment, guys. Democrats like this guy are constantly bearing false witness against President Trump. What does that mean? I mean, President Trump is, people are not happy with him. His approval ratings are the lowest ratings of any president in this century. Those are just factuals, folks. It is what it is. Wow. And this is what I think is sad and in a nutshell. I don't care what Trump says or does as long as it upsets the Democrats. So you don't care that President Trump, if he's a pedophile, as long as that upsets the Democrats. You don't care if President Trump makes you poor, takes away your health care, as long as it upsets the Democrats. I don't know. I don't feel that way at all. I don't want any president to do something and say, oh, as long as it upsets the Republicans. I do not get off on hurting other people. I really don't. So that's an odd stance to take. But I'd love to hear it. Come on the show and let's talk face to face. Uh-oh, hold on. Is somebody here or no? Oh, I thought I had somebody coming on. I got excited. I don't care what Trump does. Yeah, whoa, this is interesting. As long as he upsets the Democrats, yep. We are getting the playback from 1979 when they took our people hostage. We are getting paid back from when they killed our troops through proxies. Dude, you're a liar. Well, come on to my face and tell me I'm a liar. Come tell me the truth. Make up your mind. You said the oil is why we are warring. I do believe it's the oil is why we're warring. I think it's always that. It's natural resources, land or natural resources. I think so. Did I say something else? I'm just saying, what are we getting out of it? Oil prices are going up. So we got all that oil from Venezuela. Why are oil prices going up? Why did Donald Trump put all that money into an offshore account into Qatar? Why are we not getting Doge checks? I'm just saying, what are we not getting? Why are we not getting anything? The singing is terrible. What singing? I'm actually a great singer. He's incompetent, bad human being. Yep. He's teaching his kids to hate Trump. No, not really. I'm teaching my kids not to be like Trump. I certainly would. You want your son to grow up to be like Donald Trump? I certainly wouldn't. Come on, Threshold of the Moment. Come on the show and talk to me. I would love to hear your opinions on the show. Come speak to the people. Nobody is drafting anybody. People are joining. They're volunteering in record numbers. I didn't know that. Human trafficking through Mar-a-Lago to Maxwell and Epstein. Follow the money. Trump will never miss an opportunity to make a buck. Trump will run the world. Okay. I don't know about that. Nobody is being drafted. And in fact, people are joining in unprecedented numbers. Yeah, you already said that. You just said that in a different way. Please send me a link and come on the show and let's talk about it. Nobody is being drafted. He's constantly pushing false narratives. I'm not saying people are being drafted. I'm just saying it could get to that. And I don't want my sons going to war for a war that we don't want to be a part of. Threshold Moment. Do you want a part of this war? Do you want a war? I don't want war. I said we get the oil, they get their freedom. Look, that sounds great if that's what really happens. Is that guaranteed? I don't know. He's constantly pushing false narrative. Now he's saying he's worried about his sons getting drafted, but no one is being drafted. There is no draft. Yeah, I understand. I just said that. If you have kids, you'll know what I'm talking about. Oil prices are going up because the oil routes are close to where the fighting is. The oil can't be delivered over here at the present time. Yeah, I get it. He's constantly pushing false narratives. He's just stated that he's worried about his son. Yeah, dude, you're just saying the same thing over and over. That's weird. Anything else, guys? No, I don't want my son to grow up to be a billionaire president. Name one good billionaire. You know what I mean? Name one empathetic billionaire. Trump has been married, divorced, married, divorced. Like, I don't want my son. I'd rather have my son be a dentist and have a nice family life and be a good father. So Trump is not a role model for any man. You don't talk to women the way he does. You don't call women stupid. You don't talk down to women. So I totally disagree with that. Yeah, Threshold, you already said that a million times. All right, guys. Well, this has gotten interesting. Yeah, I know. I'm constantly pushing false narratives. He cries and moans and complains about a draft, but there is. I know, dude. You've already said this. I see the last 25% of Trump supporters are here, just like Trump likes them stupid. There is a lack of education in our country. He's worried about his sons getting drafted, and yet there is, dude, this guy, I'm really starting to get concerned with you because this is like dementia. You're putting the same comment in. I told you, I understand there's no draft. I'm saying I'm worried that there could be. Could be. Jesus Lord. I know, guys. I know there's no draft. It's all these Trump trolls in the comments. Mackenzie Scott, ex Bezos, ex, who is having away millions. Didn't the U.S. took the show out of power and put on power? And now that we want him in power, can someone pick up his mind? I don't know. Trump is very empathetic. That's crazy to me. Trump is one of the least empathetic people on the planet. So that tells me that you are not able to recognize empathy. You probably think Erica Kirk is sad about her husband being killed. I like Trump. I like how you want conversations instead of just muting people. Yeah, thank you, Full Metal Chad. I don't believe in muting people. I'm very interested in people's opinions that aren't like mine, because that's the only way we solve problems, is to talk to each other, not to yell at each other in the comments. It's very easy for people to be brave in the comments and type mean, hurtful things, but it's another thing for you to actually click the link and come on my show and say it to my face. You know, that's the thing about it, is very rarely. I had a 17-year-old man yesterday who actually came on the show, and he's way braver than all these adults in the comments. Right. Yeah. again, I'll give you guys one more minute to come on the show if anybody wants to come on. Yeah. Oh, look, Threshold, I'm really worried about you. You've just put in the same comment. False narrative about Trump, grab them by the pussy. He's upset about it. But if President Trump would have said, grab them by the dick, he wouldn't have had any problem with it. Up. There it is. The gay slur. Yep. Yep. God, you guys are all very predictable. You sound ignorant at Threshold. Well, he might not, I don't know what he is, but he doesn't have the balls enough to come on the show and talk to my face. Like, man, I love Erica Kirk and I'm African American. She is a beautiful person. Okay, Keith. I'm just saying she hasn't shed one tear, and there's something sus about her. I think she had something to do with her husband's death. Why does Candace Owens care to find out more about the killer more so than she does? Oh my God, this guy is really sad. He's literally, Threshold, you've now posted this same comment over like 10 times, bro. And I've acknowledged that I shouldn't even give it any light anymore. Erica Kirk is disgusting and in love, switched Vance. Yeah. Yep. Well, guys, this was fun. I always enjoy all the Trump trolls and the lack of education. But again, if anybody, I'll be here tomorrow. If anybody has the guts to come on the show, and instead of being keyboard warriors and talk tough in the comments, it's a lot harder to talk to somebody's face in person. I've put up the link, but nobody wants to come on the show and talk. So again, thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Kristi Noem is fired. Thank God. She was awful. Yeah, hope you guys are good. Again, this was the link to come on the show. But nobody came on. All you guys in the comments, nobody came on. William Sasha Riley report. You know, I have seen a little bit about that, and it is fascinating. It's my birthday. Oh, Wild Little Red, if you're on Saturday, you might be able to find me here. It's my birthday. I'm a little busy. Much love to you. Thank you, Teresa. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, especially the MAGA trolls, because I'm not here to yell at you guys. I'm not here to, I'm here to break bread. I'm here to reach across the aisle, and, like they do in church, peace be with you. I'm trying to bring some peace about this in conversation, because we've gotten to this point where text is so poisonous. It's so toxic. It's so easy to sit up in the comments and let me type something really nasty and hurtful and call this guy names who I don't know. But it's just so hard to actually talk to people's face, and you'll find once you come on, you probably will like me. I'm asking you a question. Didn't they take the show out of power and put Kamayan in power, and now they want him out of power? I don't really know, Muhammad. I'm not sure. I'm learning just as much from you guys as you learn from me. Teresa says, I don't have any makeup on and I haven't seen a hairdresser in years, or else I get in front of the camera. You can come on and just put audio on too, guys. LOL, I'll put my crusty ass on when I'm free, but it's just a phone call, I think. Yeah. Wild Red. You guys don't have to put on video. If you're not camera ready, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. I respect that. I got a lot of friends who voted for Trump, and I would never disown friends. The only friend I disowned who was MAGA was just because he called me a Jewish slur and said some very bad things about my family, and so it didn't really have anything to do with politics. But yeah, I don't believe in just disowning people because they voted a certain way. You know what I mean? I think, you can't give up on people, your family. I've got plenty of family that voted for Trump and everything, but I'm not going to disown them. Still family. That's not the mature thing to do. Hey, thank you very much, BPD. That earns a sub from me. We need more agree to disagree and honest discussion these days. Exactly. We don't have to agree on everything, guys. But the things we do agree on, I love going to the beach. I like drinking my beer sometimes. I love my kids. I like having fun. I like eating. You know what I mean? I've got a vintage toy collection. I got a lot of Star Wars and shit and Transformers. And I don't know. I like to fly RC planes, RC boats, RC cars. I like to do cool shit. You know what I mean? And I'm guessing you guys do too. And a lot of, you know, like fishing, I like going to the ocean. Like a lot of the stuff we sit here and talk about and fight about, it doesn't really matter that much. You know what I mean? So we're not that different. But again, I got to go. I love you guys. Secret Service Sam out. Samson for president of the world.
Can you freestyle rap at all?
Not yet.
Doesn't it appear to be extremely coincidental that you guys arrest people right outside of Governor Newsom's press conference? Is this really just a show of power?